I'm going to walk you through installing a Kubeturbo agent on a Kubernetes-based cluster using the Turbonomic UI. As you can see, I'm on the home page of Turbo Server, and there's no data at the moment. Click on Settings, go to Target Configuration. We don't have any targets configured. Click on Add Targets. Under Container Platform, you will see two options. Since I'm trying to install Kubeturbo on an OpenShift cluster, I'll go ahead and select that option. Click on Connect Target. And as a cluster name, I'm naming it Test OCP. This is the name that's going to display in the supply chain and the Turbonomic UI. For project, I'll name it Kubeturbo. If this project is not already created in the cluster, the script that Turbonomic UI provides at the end of these steps will go ahead and create that when you run the script. Click on Next. Here for cluster role, by default, it's selecting the Optimize option. This basically means that Kubeturbo Pod will have permissions to actually execute the actions recommended by Turbonomic. If you select the monitor read-only option, you can still see recommendations from Turbonomic in the UI, but you won't be able to execute it. So you'll have to do that outside of Turbo. So basically, you'll have to go into the Kubernetes cluster to execute the recommendations from Turbonomic. Go ahead and click on Next. Here you can provide information about your private registry if you're using one. So repository name, username, password. In my case, I'm pulling image from icr.io, so I'm going to keep that as no. Here you need to provide the proxy configuration if you're using one. Click on Next, and the last step is to basically download the script, and it will give you a command to give it the right permissions and run from your terminal. We'll switch back to terminal. I have already logged into the OpenShift cluster that I want to deploy Kubeturbo onto. I'll go ahead and run the script. It will give you two prompts. First one is to just verify that we are trying to connect to the right Turbo server. So the host name is basically that Turbo server, and then the namespace that we provided. Once you verify that, click on yes. The next one is basically giving you information about your Kubernetes or OpenShift cluster. Once you verify that, hit next. Once you say yes to that, it will go ahead and create all the resources that's required for Kubeturbo. As you can see in the second line, the namespace Kubeturbo was not already in the OCP cluster, so it went ahead and created that. And now it's trying to bring up the resources for the operator. So we'll switch back to the UI. We'll click on I ran the script. As you can see now already in the managed targets, the Kubernetes target is showing up. So you can go to settings, click on target configuration, and that's where you will see that. The status is still discovering. So if you click on home, the data might not be populating yet. So we'll switch to the OpenShift cluster where we are deploying this agent onto. I also have a Turbonomic namespace where I have that instance of the server running. In Kubeturbo, project or namespace is where we have the operator as well as the instance of Kubeturbo running. If you click on Kubeturbo release and logs, you can see if it's able to successfully discover the resources. And you'll also see a message saying that the probe connection was successful if there was no network issues. Switching back to, let's see, Turbonomic project. Click on Operator Hub. So the method that I showed here was downloading, going through the Turbonomic UI and getting the script to install Kubeturbo operator and the instance. You also have the option to go through the installation through the operator hub. search for Kubeturbo and you'll see a certified image. You can click on that and you can click on install, and it basically does the same thing. And once the Kubeturbo operator is installed, you will have to create an instance of Kubeturbo. So the difference here is by following through the UI, it kind of gives you a script to run, which basically creates the resources that's required. And let me just show you. It's basically just those two pods, and there's like config maps and a few other resources that gets created. Switching back to the UI, we'll refresh it one more time to see if the supply chain is populating. So it's still taking a little bit of time. Target configuration, it shows the status as normal. So we should be seeing the supply chain pretty soon. But yeah, basically this is the method, the two different methods to install Kubeturbo onto an OpenShift or Kubernetes cluster.